Yeah. And let's just articulate after the ba 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 bang on. And then what he does, I mean, in many ways, well, we can talk about that over yet another beer, but in many ways, I must say I find this concerto one of the best that, I mean, there is no such thing as Bach's best concerto, but if there was, this could be a candidate.
Would be a candidate.
What I find very attractive also about especially this C major concerto is that usually when Bach writes a piece for two instruments, two violins or two harpsichords, he divides the parts very equally. So he play the same soli but in a different key. And in this piece, it's especially the cadences are completely different character. Everything is different. But also for the rest of the piece, it's not so mathematically divided between the instruments. It's not that one is more important than the other. It's just different.
And you really get the feeling that Bach must have written these for very specific players, for very specific temperaments and very specific characters to form this enormous conversation, which of course is a whole family talking together and expressing themselves together.
And now,
in the first two bars we play, we all elaborate on the original, probably unisono tutti. Then we each get a bar at a time. Menno plays, Siebe takes over. And then, so that's suddenly a sort of three-way conversation. So even though the three harpsichords are playing constantly all the time, the music changes for almost every single bar. Later on, in the last movement, of course, we get decidedly a solo each. A long stretch where just one player plays for a while. I mean, I simply cannot play that. The second solo. I could when I was 35. It's gone. It's gone.
The way this solo here is written is indeed a little awkward. So you better prepare yourself a little for this passage. Especially one moment here where the hands have to fly over each other. I don't know if I should show a little bit of that. So this is actually not so difficult. It's just you're in one position, but now you have to very quickly. Which, yeah, is a matter of coordination.
Yeah! And so on. I'm so envious. I'm so envious.
You play fast. There's a kind of e-bike built in.
E-bikes?
Yeah, it's electronically.
Yes, I've got a little.
Are you electronically enhanced?
Now, what Bach actually did, I think that's what we think, that he adapted the violin part with repeating notes into harpsichord music.
Exactly. Yeah. Which, of course, is a very common violin figuration.
I often say to my students that they shouldn't complain if any position or a change of position is difficult, because go practice the violin and try to play the more difficult violin music. That's all so much more tricky. So I'm sure that Bach brought his violinistic virtuosity to the keyboard, which maybe partly explains this new level of exuberant, virtuosic treatment of the instrument.
Yes. Left hands up, I think.
Of course, it's a super experience. String players are so used to play with other string players, and we almost never played together.
Exactly.
And you are confronted with your own bad behaviors, and also you practice it, and then you play it together, and it's suddenly completely different. I know that when I get home today, I will have to practice certain things because it felt quite different playing together. Perhaps that's also the reason, apart from the fact that it's very nice music and entertaining, that Bach wrote these pieces, perhaps for his sons, and to have the experience to really play together, it's quite hard.
Of course, there are things we need to agree on, but there is still occasions, opportunities for being individual and maybe doing it a little different from what the previous player did with a similar motive. And I think that enhances the whole concept of conversation and exchange, if not discussion. That is also a very, very strong element of these pieces here.